Ooh, that was a scary landing. Oh, okay, that was really scary. Metal fatigue, terrible landing gear. You guys called it.
ultralight.
So that was fun. Basically, we got the plane built right now. We're at Oshkosh. We're actually not Oshkosh. We're at Flight Fest. But let's talk about some of the events. So after we got the plane done, we put it outside. We ran up and down the yard. It's pretty fun. But that was kind of really showing me that the landing gear is really lackluster. You'll see the clips here.
Like that.
Okay. Man, that is pretty far aft.
You know what you're doing?
No.
The clenching is real.
Now, this last battery bank.
Didn't catch fire yet.
So after we got done screwing around in the yard, we put on the trailer and we took it to the field, which is basically Dewey Davenport's flight field. If you guys actually want biplane rides, you should check his stuff out. It's pretty sweet. But we flew it that morning. Picking his tail up.
Oh, he's off the ground. Oh, he flies. Hey, he flies.
Yep, he's flying. He's flying.
Wheels off the ground. It's flying.
But I kind of, after doing a few test flights, and we ran up and down. On the third run, we had an issue with the landing gear. Basically, it started to ground loop because I really got it up a little bit higher and just like on the cusp out of ground effect. I would not go any higher too. We'll talk about the motor issues in a second. Whoops.
Ooh, that was a scary landing. Oh, okay, that was really scary. Metal fatigue, terrible landing gear, you guys called it. And we knew it was bad, it was gonna be redone, but it looks like it will be redone a little sooner than later. But it looks like he'll be okay. That was a good failure. If there were, if there was gonna be a failure, we'd rather it be landing gear. So let's go see how Peter's doing. Oh no, my gosh!
I touched down a little off.
What did you do?
Oh, I folded the landing gear up. That's one thing I knew, that if I landed a little off, I would fold it, and it started to ground loop, and by then it was all over. I noticed one thing too is the battery slid back. I forgot to strap them down all the way, so I slid back on my feet, so I couldn't punch the rudder all the way.
Oh.
So
mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made, but they're not, bad. Well, they're kind of bad, but it's not nothing fatal. But we got it about 8 feet in the air, and I was like, okay, this thing is actually pretty sensitive because it's not tracking super straight because we are a little far in the aft limit line of the CG. So I set it back down in a hurry before I got to the end of the runway. But what happened was I started to bounce a little bit, and it was a little off center and all that. And I'm a very low time tail dragger pilot, so I'm just still getting used to this kind of stuff. But it starts to ground loop, and since the landing gear is so janky and crappy, this wheel kind of twists in a little bit inwards, and it starts driving the whole plane home that way. So that wheel ended up touching that side, and that's what dropped us on the ground. So the wingtip is a little scraggled on the other side, but we'll talk about the wings and stuff a little bit in a second. So that's what happened. Basically, it ground looped and just fell over on its side. No injuries to me or anything like that, but it was a calculated risk I was willing to take because it was only just the landing gear. It's nothing super flight critical. Plus, we were never actually intending to actually fly that day because it was just simply
doing test hops, not really
test hops, no
flights.
flying. Yeah. Okay, I guess we'll talk about the other stuff now too. So a little bit about the power system. A huge fan donated this to me. I think his name is Jeremy, but he has a makerspace out in California. So actually, stop spinning the motors. Hang on, this guy go by. Who's that? Turn around. All right, now turn back to me. Okay, now back to the power system. So Jeremy donated those. We met him out in California at Maker Faire, the Bay Area Maker Faire, and basically he works at a UAV company, and they just had these extra and they didn't need them. But he has a makerspace, so I'll be hooking him up with some stuff. So huge thanks to him for donating me the T motors, and we use those for testing. Those are not the actual power plant I would be using. And another thing too is why I couldn't actually go any further that one day is because the ESC's here, and those motors would not work together. They kept desyncing at full power. So basically what that means is every time I hit full power, they would just blow out and I would lose control of the motors. Basically, they would just go back to producing no thrust. So if you were to try to fly that, it would be almost fatal in a very aft CG configuration at very low speed. You would have almost no time to react to losing an engine, and you would have no time to push the nose down and recover, because you would simply be 20 feet above the ground. You would simply plop on the ground or spin and land sideways, and that could be a lot worse. So we didn't want to stretch it and go any further with that. So with the testing in place, and we've kind of tested out the motors to figure out they're really not for this, and we actually talked to Sunny Sky, so they hooked us up with these bad boys. Now these are actually designed selling for electric paramotors for aircraft in the future, so they're developing stuff like that. So we're trying to get these on here as the actual motors, because these should produce about maybe 110 pounds of thrust with a 4230 propeller. So I got to get the optimum propeller for this to find something to make that in the future. But a little bit of dilemma too, because I got to get this on there. Does anyone have a machine shop that can machine an adapter for this to a 6-hub propeller? I mean, we're willing to drive probably around 200 miles around the Dayton area to get this done for Oshkosh, because we're going to be flying the older airplane with these, so I got to bolt this on there. But we'll come back to that in just a second. So with this thing being said, these are sweet. I can't wait to get these on here and do some runs up with that. But now we'll go on to the landing gear and what really happened with the failure. So under here we have my precisely unengineered, super jank landing gear that is totally crap, but I kind of knew that. But all experiments can't be successful, and I just kind of really wanted to play with the plate style aluminum landing gear like on a model airplane. And it doesn't exactly scale too well. So I've been looking at other designs like the Just 103 Ultralight and the like the Cold Firefly and all that. These flies won't leave me alone. But they use I think it's 4130 chrome moly landing gear. I'm not sure the wall thickness and all that. If someone designs that stuff, and could you shoot something in the comments about it, because I need to figure out how I'm going to re-engineer this, because I gotta change, because I'm putting this in the dumpster because it's a no-go. So that concludes part 3 of DIY airplane. Now, talking about some Oshkosh plans, I think I may just leave this one home for Oshkosh, because I really can't do anything with this more. The landing gear needs to be redesigned, the wings need to be fixed, the CG needs to be fixed as well, at least further forward. So that thing has a lot more stuff going on for it. But what I think I'm going to be doing is I am definitely taking the original biplane, so that'll be at Oshkosh. Look forward to that. I might be trying to test fly a little more next week, just enough to make sure it's safe, because I'm not sure if I'm flying it at all at Oshkosh. We'll figure that out. It may just be a few hops down the runway. We'll do that. But look forward to that. So I'll see you guys at Oshkosh. We did build this plane in a month, and I did fly it, so I could say that and put it to rest. I won't push it any further, because it's starting to get kind of dangerous again, where I need to kind of sit down and assess the whole situation before we go any further. So I'm going to put this one on hold, and we'll do that later. So see you guys at Oshkosh.